completion of spring, thoughts on this 15 practice opportunity and just being able to have game day atmosphere, have your recruits from who have signed all here on this special day?
Yeah, it's a huge day for us. It always has been. Just so appreciative of all the signees, their families all being here, and had recruits here and families. And then, yeah, we played today, even went live some. And I just got done, talking to the team and just asked everybody to go back to practice opportunity 1, with 24 new guys on the team and some inexperience. My takeaway right now from the spring is just we've come a long way from 1 to 15. And, this is going to be a maturation process that started in January 7th. And I've got to do a good job, and I'm super determined to do a good job of making sure that we literally continue to get better all the way through the end of December. And that's how I'm looking at it. It's just a maturation process of a lot of new people coming together, and they are together. They want to be coached. Attitude and effort has been phenomenal. And just we got to keep playing more and more football together. So it's not perfect, but when I look back, to opportunity number 1, to where we are right now, guys learning a foreign language, and then you got to learn sign language to understand the new foreign language and to go out there and execute, when the bullets are flying. I am super proud of the guys. I'm proud of our staff. We've made adjustments. We haven't just gone with a cookie cutter approach, like we do in the spring, or what we've done in the past. We've really analyzed, where we're at, what we need. We've made adjustments, and I think, we're probably 14 and a half for 15, and I was the issue with the half. So, just thankful that we came out of, today healthy, and life is good.
This was also an opportunity for the community to come out, support this program, give back by giving back books. How important was that for people to come back and recognize how important education is in this community?
Yeah, we just heard that announcement. So our guys read in the local elementary schools every Friday. From back in January, through practices on Fridays in the spring, all the way through. We do that on Fridays, home or away, in the fall. And I think the coolest thing about our guys is that it's not because they have to, there's always more guys who show up than what we needed. And so it was it was a neat idea to say, hey, bring children's books, for admission to the game if you can. They said they had over 500 children's books that were donated to go to the Ypsilanti schools. And so, our guys, man, they're difference makers. You see them with the helmet on, and they're big, fast, strong, and all of those things, but they're phenomenal people that, are more than just football players. And we love the community. The community has always expressed, their gratitude for when our guys come by and try to make a difference. And so it was a good thing.
What was it like to be out there playing, out there, great field, first time for you? Walk us through your spring and how it's been.
Yeah, it was amazing. First off, the atmosphere and the energy was amazing. A lot of Eagle fans out there. I say getting back out on the field for the first time with that group of people was, we've had scrimmages and stuff, but having an actual spring game-like atmosphere, it was an amazing time. Taking a lot of growth this spring and felt like we could all put it together for the last 15th opportunity, but it was amazing to get back out there.
Personally, how did your growth feel over the 15 sessions of practice you had from that first opportunity to today scrimmaging out there?
Yeah, world of a difference. I'm a transfer, just came in January. We learned a little bit, had a couple OTAs until late February, early March when spring ball started. First day out there, I knew a little bit. I definitely wasn't making calls, making checks or anything. But, the growth has been crazy. It's been a major growth for sure.
The energy out there, the competitiveness, it all seems 10 out of 10. Is that what you were feeling out there?
Oh yeah, for sure. That's something we always talk about, competing. Coach Creighton's real big on competing, and I feel like that's a big thing that flows through our team.
I'm a big Ben Needham fan too. Your thoughts on Ben Needham and what he means to the defense?
He's a super smart guy, great football coach, and him and Coach Dugan and all the other coaches after practice, we're up there watching film, a lot of guys in the defense, so it's not just the time that we're having on the schedule, but extra time, coaches are always there and players are always getting extra.
What's your linebacker room like right now? I mean, no Mo Chan, he's still coming back, he looks same,
Yep.
but what do you think of this, your group right now and how you think you guys can continue to gel?
Yeah, I mean, we're definitely a little thin number-wise, but, I mean, the players that we needed to have stepped up, Terrell Elmore, he's coming off his freshman year, he's done a tremendous job, and Solomon, he came down from DB, took over a spot at LB, so, I mean, obviously we're not as deep and have everyone that we want, but, like, we've had guys step in and take over, and guys have stepped up for sure.
The saying's iron sharpens iron. How have you helped the offensive line grow, and what have you seen out of them?
I feel like us and the O-line go at it all the time, especially like at the end of practice, like we'll shout each other out and stuff because it's a dogfight in the trenches, and that's how it is in practice because that competition and the competitiveness, but it's always like after practice and stuff, we're always talking in the locker room, getting tips from each other and seeing like, hey, you did this good, and how would you stop this? But
How's this first spring at the FBS level compared to what you were used to at FCS?
It's a step up for sure. It's exactly what I was looking for, more competition, bigger guys, faster, more in-depth defense, but I love it. It's a step up, exactly what I was looking for.
What was it like out there? How did it feel to get out on the field, kind of be live? Of course, you're in the red, so you're orange. You're never actually live. But what was it like to be out there today with the guys again today?
It was good. I mean, just a new group, with the transfer portal, it's a lot of new guys coming in, so having a game day like feel with those guys was just a lot of fun, and going out there and just executing together was a lot of fun.
How's this spring helped you grow?
I think it's been different because the last been here going on my 4th year. There's been a vet in the room every year, and this year it was my turn to step up. So, I felt like I grew in that aspect, and grew with guys like Noah and Cam and Jace, and it was just a lot of growth. So I felt good about it.
What's it been like growing up in the program too? A lot of guys now with the transfer portal, a lot of guys moving around, but you stayed steady, gone through the process, worked yourself up the depth chart. What has that meant to you, and how has it benefited you staying in one spot?
Just relationships, for sure. I take a lot of pride in, being an Eagle here for the past couple of years, and I plan to be, here as long as I can. But it's been a blessing to be able to be here that long and just meet so many great people through this program, because this program has nothing but great people. So, it's just been huge for me, and I just love it here. So, that's all I can say about it.
Give me your thoughts on this receiving core as it stands right now.
Oh, it's a lot of new guys, and you got JB coming back, who was hurt a little bit last year. Terry's a little banged up right now. Porter Rooks is coming back off an injury, but we have a lot of experience in the room, and we got some young guys coming up like Antonio Floyd and Benson Prosper's coming through the system from JUCO, and Petey Tucker. So it's a lot of new guys for sure, but I think we have a lot of talent, and it can be an electric offense, if we all start clicking. But I think there was definitely a lot of growth through that room this spring for sure.
How's the offensive line grown over the course of the spring? Some guys have moved around, some different spots, but for you and keeping you upright, how has the O-line been?
Oh, they've been great. Coach Weezenhands came in and done his thing. I feel like those guys are more locked in than ever, and it's just been great playing behind those guys, and they're all just doing their thing, and working together, and I think it's something special with those guys.
Do you feel like you're playing your best football so far since you stepped on campus?
Yeah, for sure. I think I'm only growing, right? Every day I take it as a process. So, every day I'm trying to get 1% better, and from every single rep I'm going to learn something. So, just taking each rep as its own, and I feel like I'm just continually to grow.
And you've had the same offensive coordinator the whole way, which helps, like terminology-wise and stuff. Do you feel that gives you an advantage?
Yes, for sure. We change things here and there, but as far as the verbiage and stuff, it's the same stuff for me. So it's been a blessing to be in a system for that long and just have a great relationship with Coach Pike.
First of all, welcome to Eastern Michigan. How has this spring felt, and how has it been learning new terminology and adjusting to this offense?
I think it's been great. Just being in this environment that Coach Creighton has created. The whole entire team has just accepted me from the get-go, and it was very easy to learn, just because of how many people were trying to help me learn, and it truly is a family environment, and I've enjoyed every second of it from day one to now, and I'm fired up to continue on with the rest of this process.
Talk a little bit about this receiving core as it stands and how your chemistry is developed with those wide receivers.
Yeah, we have a great group of receivers, guys that are hungry and that want to play. They want to, just at the end of the day, just be great. They all want to score touchdowns, and they all think they're open all the time. And that's what you want out of all your receivers. You got guys in the room who are older, like Terry Lockett, who is, who I played with at Michigan State, and he's one of my good friends. You got Devereaux, a guy who's been in this program for a while, JB Mitchell, and it just goes on and on and on from old guys all the way down to the young guys, and it just feels like everyone wants to be at the same page and be at the same level of greatness, and you can't beat that in a receiver room.
I know there's been some changes on the offensive line. What you've seen in front of you, how is that coming together?
I think it's great. One, the guys are huge, and you love that. Also with our new O-line coach, Coach Weezy, he's done a great job with those guys, and all of them just, at the end of the day, they still, just like the receivers, like I was talking about, they want to be great as well, and they don't want the quarterback to get touched. They want to run for at least 4 yards every play. So they want to do, all the good things that the coaches want us to do, and they're all hungry as well.
How in tune do you feel with Coach Pike and what he wants out of this offense in the upcoming season?
It's pretty straightforward with Coach Pike. He just wants a guy that, throws to the open receivers, takes what the defense gives you, and make our plays work, and just keep the ball moving forward. I mean, that's all you want is from your quarterback, and it's pretty easy to understand. All of us in the quarterback room, understand that as well. We talk about it. We feed off of each other, and I think that's an environment Coach Pike created within the quarterback room, where at the end of the day, you just got to make the plays work, keep the ball moving forward, and that's how you're going to get on the field.
What do you feel you need to work on before the fall, and do you feel like you're playing your best college football at this point so far?
Yeah, I think so. Just it all comes with preparation. Meeting with the coaches, meeting with your receivers, doing stuff, on your own. All that stuff. There's still a ton to improve on. Just little details within every single play. It is a new offense for me and also for Cam. And so, there's still little details that we have to find within every single play. And, also just building more chemistry. Even though I've been here for a spring, it's only been a spring. And so the chemistry part, has to continue to grow, if we want to reach the potential we want to reach to.
What's it like in the quarterback room when everybody's trying to compete for a job, yet you're all in the same boat, if you will? What's that like?
I love it. It's something that I thrive in, and to speak for the other guys, I think they thrive in it as well, and they love that, because at the end of the day, it's going to make all of us better. We all want to compete and bring our best every single day. That's a Coach Creighton mindset. You want to be great, you want the team to be great, then be great yourself every single day and bring your best. And so, if everyone in the quarterback room is doing that, it's going to be a hard decision for the coaches, to pick who the starter is going to be at the end of the day. But, someone's going to rise to the top, and it's all going to come with hard work and preparation.
A guy like Jeremiah, what do you see in him, and how does he also help you be better in that room?
Yeah, that's a guy that, one, I've known him for a few years now. His dad recruited me when I was coming out of high school, and so I've known him since he was a little younger. And he's a guy that's been in this program. He knows the offense. He knows our standards. He knows what Coach Creighton and Coach Pike want from us. And so, kind of feeding off of what he learned from his previous years and stuff like that. The way he just the way he looks at plays, the way he reads stuff, and just piggybacking off of, what kind of he's done through his work, the past few years and stuff like that has definitely helped me in my process and getting better, being new here.
We haven't touched on it yet, but the running back, certainly a lot of guys that are brand new to the system, but how do you think they've shown progress throughout the spring?
Yeah, I think we have a deep running back room and, guys that are, again, hungry. I think we brought in just a great group of guys, just in every position group, but especially that running back group. You got guys like Tavi. He comes in and he's fired up every single day. He wants to be out at practice. You got James Joyner, who came from Liberty. Just a hard-nosed running back that just runs the ball hard. You got Dante. He's got hurt last season, but has just made a tremendous recovery, and he's looking better than ever from what I've watched from him in his past. And just the rest of the running backs like Joey and stuff like that. All of those guys are just. It's another competitive room, and when you have competitive rooms, it's going to create some pretty good players.
Fantastic.
Cool. Thank you for your time.
Beautiful.